A disturbing discovery along the Lexington Road tonight. Police say they found someone shot inside a car. We're tracking the investigation.
Little round of light snow across parts of the Bluegrass State heading into the overnight. We'll touch on that and maybe additional snow rounds just ahead.
A business owner says a thief stole thousands of dollars from him by breaking into a coin machine, and it was all caught on tape.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening to you. It is normally a quiet Lexington road lined with horse farms, but tonight it became a crime scene.
Lexington police say they found a man who had been shot to death along Johnston Road. That's between Paris Pike and Bryan Station Road. Kristen Kennedy just talked to the Fayette County coroner. She's tracking the investigation in our top story at 11.
Crews are hauling away the vehicles involved right now. Lexington police say that fire crews called them out here around 7:30 this evening. They found one man, they say a Hispanic male, in the back seat of a car suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Officers did bring canine units out here as well just to try and track anyone that might have been involved in this situation. So far, they haven't been able to locate a shooter.
This male subject appears to have died suffering gunshot wounds. At this point, I don't know if it's how many wounds, but it appears to be multiple. We are investigating this as a homicide death presently.
Gary, again, the Fayette County coroner tells us he will do a closer investigation Tuesday to try and figure out just what happened and, of course, to learn more about this victim, possibly to identify the man. In Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
And again, so far, the coroner has not released the name of the man killed in tonight's shooting.
For the second morning in a row, some of us could wake up to some fresh snow on the ground. Another round of light snow is moving across parts of Kentucky. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking it for us on the First Alert Defender. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Amber. Hi, Sam. The stuff we're getting out there tonight and tomorrow morning is going to be a little farther west than what we had earlier this morning into parts of central and especially eastern Kentucky. A look at live First Alert Defender tracking some snowflakes a little earlier tonight. Bowling Green picking up a quick inch of snow from that stuff that was off to the west of us. Now across the Bluegrass region, not a whole lot going on. Maybe a couple of snow flurries around parts of the Washington and Marion County areas. Then we look at what's going on from Bloomington toward Indianapolis. Notice how that little streak of snow is aimed toward the Louisville, the Kentucky Speedway area, and eventually toward Frankfort and Lexington potentially. It is all part of a system that stretches back to Chicago and into Wisconsin. Believe it or not, flakes that are flying into Chicago and Wisconsin as of now will make their way all the way into the Bluegrass State as we go into late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Shows you how quickly this stuff is moving. So you see our corridor of some snow, at least that best axis for snow, heading into the overnight should be right across Lexington back to the west of us. And then we'll see how it fares across southern and southeastern Kentucky. It may try to turn the corner just a little bit into the southeastern corner of the state. So thoughts on the winter weather. It develops from the northwest. It's a small accumulation for some. Best chance will be across the southern and western parts of our area. But again, guys, like we found out this morning, it just takes a little bit at the right time to create some slick travel. And for some of us, slick travel is a possibility early tomorrow morning. I'm tracking a potential bigger system in your 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Chris, thank you. Tonight, people throughout the Northeast are being told to stay home as a blizzard is expected to dump heavy snow in the area.
Now, this is a live look at Times Square in New York City, where snow has been falling throughout the night. New York's subway system has been shut down. It takes a lot to do that, along with roads throughout the Northeast. Thousands of flights have been canceled as well. Forecasters say this could be an historic blizzard. Marley Hall has the latest now from New York City.
With a blizzard bearing down on the Northeast, New York City is shutting down. The city's subway system will stop running at 11 p.m. and it will be illegal for anyone but emergency workers to be on the streets.
If you are in your car and you are on any road, you will technically be committing a crime. It's a misdemeanor, and a summons up to $300.
Even on Broadway, the show won't go on. All 27 shows are canceled for Monday night.
I mean, we just went and bought, $40 worth of food, so we're going to stay inside and eat and watch Netflix.
Long lines formed at supermarkets and gas stations as residents prepared to ride out the worst of it. But this storm is not just New York's problem. From the Jersey Shore to the northern coast of Maine, parts of 7 states are under a blizzard warning.
A big corridor of 1 to 2 foot snow totals, but in local areas where banding really takes shape, we could see up to 3 feet.
Connecticut, where the snow could fall at 2 to 4 inches an hour, is now under a statewide travel ban.
If you are on the road after 9 p.m., you are not only placing your life in danger, you are placing the lives of first responders in danger.
Schools are already closed for Tuesday, and some officials say it could be Thursday before things start to get back to normal. Marley Hall, CBS News, New York.
The millions of people dealing with that blizzard in the Northeast will be receiving some help from the Bluegrass State. Kentucky Utilities and Louisville Gas and Electric are sending 170 employees and contractors to New England. They'll work with utility companies there to restore any electricity knocked out by this storm. KU leaders say that those utility companies called them asking for help.
It's just a mutual relationship that we have. In the event that we have some kind of a catastrophic weather event here in Kentucky like we had back in 2003, those crews would come and help us. In this case, we're going there to help them.
The KU crews left Kentucky this morning. That group includes line technicians, tree trimmers, safety workers, and supervisors. Some schools are closed or delayed tomorrow. Back here at home, check the bottom of your screen or go to WKYT.com.
Tonight, a Madison County business owner tells us he has lost thousands of dollars because of a thief. A man broke into a coin machine at a Richmond laundromat in the middle of the night, and surveillance cameras caught the whole thing on tape. As Jordan Blinds reports, the business owner tells us the thief got what he wanted in just a matter of seconds.
Sitting on the corner of Red House Road in Richmond, this Splash 'Em Out laundromat stays open at 24/7. The owner says the reward of keeping the store open around the clock is to serve folks working odd hours. But what about the risk?
We are right next to the door to the FOP, but it is a risk. With anything open after midnight is quite a risk.
Since August, this location has been open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but the owners say that they haven't really had any problems with anyone coming in here stealing anything until recently.
I noticed that the change machine was wide open and no contents inside. They gutted it.
Richmond police say the man seen in this surveillance video was responsible for the late night burglary.
This guy's a professional. I've never seen anybody break into a machine. It was literally 37 seconds.
In less than a minute, the man took 2 hoppers, 2 bill acceptors, and destroyed the $4,000 machine while getting away with thousands more dollars in cash.
The gentleman came in with no gloves, no hoodie. He didn't try to disguise himself.
Now the owner and police are hoping that the thief's lack of disguise will make the task of catching him that much easier. In Richmond, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
And the owner of Splash 'Em Out Laundromat says this is the first time in 2 years that one of his stores has been burglarized.
Tonight, we're tracking the investigation into a crash in Pendleton County that police say injured 2 teenagers from Cynthiana. The crash happened this afternoon on US 27, just outside of Falmouth. Police say the driver of the car was trying to avoid an animal in the road when he lost control and the car rolled off the road. Police say the passenger was thrown from the car. Both the driver and the passenger were airlifted to a Cincinnati hospital. Their conditions are not known tonight. Tonight, police need your help finding a thief they say has been targeting women. Police say the man seen in these surveillance pictures has broken into 2 cars parked outside of gyms in central Kentucky. In each case, they say the man stole a purse. The first theft was reported in Harrodsburg.
He had targeted an elderly person going into the gym to work out. Obviously, she left her purse laying in the car. He was targeting that. And after she had went in, he knows he's got a little bit of time, waited till the lot was clear, took a rock, busted out the window, grabbed her purse.
Police say the man racked up thousands of dollars on the victim's credit card, then got rid of the purse in Frankfort. They think he then broke into a second car outside a gym in Frankfort to steal another purse. They say he also used that victim's credit card.
A teenager had to be rushed to the hospital after being hit by a car in Anderson County. It happened just after 7 tonight near the intersection of Saffel Street and Mustang Trail in Lawrenceburg. According to the Anderson News, police say the 14-year-old boy was walking to a middle school sporting event at the time. Police say he was conscious when he was taken to the hospital, and he's said to be stable tonight. An inmate investigators say tried to escape from a Lexington prison didn't get very far. The Kentucky Department of Corrections says Dustin Franks was reported missing from Blackburn Correctional Complex just after 5 this afternoon, but investigators say he was arrested about an hour later. They say he never left Blackburn grounds. Franks is serving a 17-year sentence for burglary and forgery convictions out of Grant County.
Tonight, police hope surveillance video helps them find the man who robbed an eastern Kentucky store at gunpoint.
It happened Friday night at KC Grocery in the Kite community of Knott County. The store's owner says the robber walked in, pointed a gun at her and her daughter, and demanded money. She says the robber stole about $800 and a carton of cigarettes.
My business has really declined, and it bothers me a lot to think that I worked that hard for somebody to come and take it from me that easy.
The store is now offering a reward for any information that leads to an arrest and conviction. Police say the robber is a white man who's about 5'6". They say he wore a hooded sweatshirt and blue jeans at the time of the robbery.
Tonight, a Pulaski County family thinks someone may have used a gun to damage their car. Kenneth Peters says yesterday morning he noticed 2 large holes in the back windows of his Honda Accord. He and his family live on Hamilton Avenue in Somerset. Peters thinks that someone shot out the windows with either a rifle or some kind of an air pellet gun. He says the path of whatever made the holes was in direct line of where his children were sleeping in the home.
The bullet could have shattered through both my glass door and, my aluminum door. It hit the children that was laying on the couch.
Somerset police are investigating. Police tell us they have had some cases of vehicle vandalism or theft recently, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Political leaders from around the country will be in Owensboro tomorrow to pay tribute to former Senator Wendell Ford. His funeral is being held tomorrow morning at First Baptist Church in Owensboro. Vice President Joe Biden's office confirmed tonight that he will attend, and reports say former President Bill Clinton will be there as well. Ford died last week at the age of 90. He was Kentucky governor before spending more than 20 years in the U.S. Senate.
A water main leak caused some problems at Lincoln County High School today. School leaders first noticed the leak late last week. They turned the water off after school on Friday so repair crews could work on the main. When they turned the water back on this morning, it was discolored. So the school brought in bottled water for students to drink and for cafeteria staff to cook with. Crews still have not found what caused that leak.
So far, it's the top of the list. I guess it'll still be the top. I don't know that you can top it.
Now, the work to repair that broken water main is expected to continue tomorrow. School leaders say they have bottled water for students and staff for as long as it's needed.
A Kentucky man will be one of the stars in the upcoming season of The Amazing Race. 24-year-old Kurt Jordan Belcher of Pendleton County is one of the 11 teams competing in the race around the world. Belcher is a pageant consultant from Butler. This year, The Amazing Race is divided up into 6 teams of established couples and 5 teams of blind dates who are meeting for the first time at the starting line. Belcher is on one of the blind date teams. The Amazing Race premieres February 25th right here on WKYT.